Take it off then. So straighten the wheels,
Alright.
straighten the steering wheel, straighten the steering wheel. Looking down the road, looking at the blue car. Is the reference point still there?
Oh yeah, it's lined up there.
Okay then. And then we'll stop then.
Yeah, you're not pushing me enough on the observations, yeah?
Okay.
If I pause, you know, I'm not saying hold me up for ages and get me looking every inch of the car, yeah, but I must look over that right shoulder.
Okay, yeah.
Because not only am I worried about what's happening on that road, but once I get to this road, it's people coming down this road,
Right.
yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when you got me to put the quarter turn on, was the car moving?
No.
What's that called?
Dry steering.
Yeah. Not a great big issue, but it's bad instruction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what should you have said to me?
When the car's rolling, we're going to put a quarter turn on.
And tell me why.
And we're going to put it on because we need to get close to the curb so that
No,
you can find your way. Oh, why we put it on while we're moving?
Yeah.
Because we can't dry steer because it's unnecessary wear on the car.
Yeah.
It'll start to wear your tyres down. So we only turn when we're moving. We don't dry steer.
Yeah, so don't, you know, obviously don't let them sit there turning the wheel while the car is stationary, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Is that how I feel?
Yeah, okay, ish.
Ish. Observations are the real big area, yeah?
Okay,
Yeah, you eventually got the control element of it, yeah?
yep.
And it really is important that you have a look at the type of road that you're going to be using, yeah?
Yeah.
If it's flat or uphill, then obviously, you know, I'm going to need to set the gas and find the biting point.
Yep.
And I may play around with the biting point a little bit, I may get it too high, but
Okay.
I'll have the handbrake up really hard.
So that we're shaking.
Yeah, so it's not a big problem. It's important, Tony, don't have the clutch too high, because if you do, when we let the handbrake down, the car's going to go shooting back, yeah? You'll back off then, yeah?
Okay, yep.
But obviously if it's going downhill, then, you know, you need to discuss with me that, you know, how we're going to control the car, and that's going to be with the clutch down, and with the brake covered,
Yep.
and to control the speed of the car, I'm going to be pressing the brake the thickness of a pound coin, or and maybe another thickness of a pound coin, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
If the car stops, lift off about the thickness of a pound coin,
Right.
yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, observations are the real big red area. Before I start to move, I need to check all around me, and you've got to make sure that I do. On the very first one, I would actually, on the very first move off, I would make sure that, you know, just tell me, check between the head restraint and the door pillar, what can you see, yeah? And then after that then, just make sure that I check by watching me, yeah? I say, if you can only see the back of my head, I'm not looking. If you can see my right ear, you know I'm looking, yeah?
Yep, okay.
And once he knows you're watching him, then he probably will play along with you. But if he sees you're not watching him, then he won't be looking, yeah?
Okay.
So if you've got your head out there trying to find a curb, then he's just going to be sitting back and relaxed, yeah?
Yeah.
Their attitude is not much point about you looking, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? So right, now we're going to try that again. And because we've done it once now, how are you going to handle it slightly differently?
Well, I'm gonna go through it really detailed, I suppose.
Right, so let's just say that you got that pretty much right without me giving you any help there or any prompting.
Yep.
And we're going to go for the second one because they would like to try and get two of these in.
Yep.
How would you handle the second one? Differently than the first one.
Probably to do with the steering so that we don't have to readjust ourselves once we're in this new road.
Bit of prompting,
Bit from okay.
yeah?
Yep.
Find out, you're not actually basically handing the whole thing over to him, because that would be a disaster, yeah? But you can do a bit of prompting
Okay.
and say, here Tony, can you remember where you look first?
Right.
Can you remember how we're going to keep the car slow?
Okay. Yeah. And then wait to see what their answers are, and then
Yeah.
guide them if they need
Yep.
it.
Yeah, so we pull around and we'll,
Have another go.
and I'll line up with the drains away from the curb again, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry, I won't pull out in front of anybody, yeah? Yeah, you have little fight.
Trains with
That's
the way.
better, drains with.
Yeah. Good.
Now, I'm just about to go for the handbrake now. I'll actually stop me going from that, because I'm going in the direction, I'm going downhill. Do I really need to put the handbrake on?
No, but I would say it is good practice. But no, you don't have to.
Is it?
Well, it's always I've always thought it's good practice to secure the car before we
If we're actually
change
go-
into reverse.
if we're actually going into the direction, of the hill, it's just basically more work for me to do, and it's
Okay.
just giving me something else to play with.
Okay.
The most important thing is to get it into where?
Reverse.
Why?
Because we're going backwards, so we don't want a forward gear. So
Yeah,
we're going.
yes. What happens when I put it in reverse? Because I'm not using the clutch, am I? I mean, I could actually technically leave it in neutral and let it roll back.
Well, no, because we need it in a gear. We can't be coasting. So it needs to be in a gear.
Yeah, you can actually coast on a manoeuvre.
You can.
You can't.
You can't.
No.
So there you go then. So that's why we need it in a gear.
No, we need it in reverse. Because what happens when I put the car in reverse?
The reverse lights come on.
Reverse lights come on, yeah?
So that tells people that we're going
yeah,
backwards.
Yes, that's basically the only reason why I probably need reverse. If it's downhill all the
Right.
way, yeah? Yeah, is to get them reverse lights on, yeah? Yeah, we can't actually coast on a manoeuvre, because it's
Coast
going
full stop.
downhill. I'm not bringing the clutch up at all, am I?
No.
Yeah? Right, so I've got it in reverse. Right, I'll give you a bit of prompting.
So where are we going to look?
Oh, I'm going to look
First.
between a head restraint and a door pillar.
Yep. What can you see?
I can still see that bin past
Good.
that lamppost.
Yep.
Anybody coming? No.
Anybody coming? Then where are we looking?
Anybody coming ahead of you? Come on, give me a bit of prompting.
Anybody looking ahead of you?
Anybody coming ahead of me?
Anybody coming ahead of you?
Any pedestrians or
Any pedestrians,
coming?
cars?
No.
Okay. Behind us? On the pavement?
No.
No. In the new road?
No.
Okay.
And where are you going to look now, Tony?
Where are you going to look now?
I'm going to look at that back window, aren't
Because
I? I need to watch where I'm going, yeah?
that's it.
Yeah?
Okay. How are we going to control the speed then?
Oh, I'm just going to keep a little bit of pressure on the brake.
Yep, about. With the foot
About
down.
where it is now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah?
Yep. Top of the cyclist. You may be
And-
turning into new road, which he is.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, do I need to check all around me again?
Yep. So check all around you.
Oh,
Make sure it's still
yeah.
clear. Anything coming?
Yeah.
Pedestrians, cyclists.
I'll
cars?
see a pedestrian running down the pavement
Okay.
now. Do I have to wait?
Just in case they cross behind us,
Oh, right, of course.
because
yeah.
he's quite under his umbrella.
Yeah, do I have to
See?
check again?
Yep. So check again. Okay. When we get to the road lines up with the what reference point are we looking for?
Oh, so... Oh, another pedestrian.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, until it lines up the top of the back seat.
Yep. Okay then. So we're looking for that reference point.
Oh, it's there now.
Okay then. So stop. Okay. So obviously now we're going to start to steer.
All right.
Not dry steering. We can
Alright.
only steer while we're on the move.
All right.
So when the car's moving, that's when we steer.
Okay.
Okay. So check your blind spot again then.
Well, ask me, I can remember where I'm going to check first.
Where are you going to check first?
Oh, I've got to check all around me, haven't I?
Yep.
I'll check the blind spot. Nobody coming? Nobody ahead? Nobody in the new road. And there's nobody behind me.
Okay then. And now we're going to steer. Which way are we going to steer?
Oh, I'm going to steer to the left, one turn.
Okay. Yep.
But you said
While
not...
we're on the move.
Oh, while we're on the move, yeah.
So when the car's
oh
rolling-
yeah, I mustn't dry steer.
That's it.
I don't know why I mustn't dry steer.
We mustn't dry steer because it's unnecessary wear on the car.
All right. Well, does it wear the wipers out?
Wears the wheels out.
Is it?
It wears the tyres out. Yep. So so stop. Check your blind spot.
All right. Oh yeah. There's two pedestrians, but they're the other side of the road.
Yep. They've crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now come on, push me on what I'm looking for next.
Where are you looking?
Yeah, and
What
what
are
am
you
I looking
looking
for? Didn't you say I've got to look for the back window that points straight down the road?
That's it. Yep. So when the car's straight.
And you said confirm that by saying that the windscreen is straight as well?
Yep. That's it.
No, it is now.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
So now when we're on the move, we're going to have to take that steering off.
All right.
Okay. But we only do it when we're on the move because we don't.
Okay. All right.
What
Yeah.
don't we do?
Dry steer.
Because
Where's the wheels?
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So looking out the back window then,
All right.
and as we start to go backwards, then this is when you can start to take
I
the
don't need to
steering.
have a quick check all around me.
Yep. So have a quick check.
It changes all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you never know where to come from there.
Unfortunately not. That's why we need to have good vision.
Watch me.
Where are we moving?
Sorry?
Okay.
Come on, I'll give you a bit of prompting.
So where are we looking?
I'm looking at the back window.
For the reference point.
Straight line reversing point. I think I've actually got it.
Have you?
Bloody hell, I'm getting good at
Yeah,
this,
you're
aren't I?
getting good at this. So now where are we looking?
Yeah, can I go a bit faster now?
No.
All right.
What are we looking for down the road? How far?
I'm looking at that blue car.
And what are we aiming for?
Oh, I'm aiming not to hit that blue car.
That's it, but we're aiming to line up with it, aren't we?
All right. Well, no, he's on the pavement. isn't he?
Well, yeah, but near enough.
I
So
can't
further
do
down the
what,
road. Looking out the back window.
Do I have to worry about anybody coming down this road?
Yeah, we still have to look.
Oh, so I have to look out our blind spot, do I?
Yeah. Straight ahead.
Could I go a bit faster now?
No.
Very slow, isn't it?
Slower it is, the easier it is.
All right. Okay. Better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, get me to keep checking.
Okay.
Checking round me, yeah.
Yep, cool.
I gave you a lifeline there, didn't I? God, that changed quickly, doesn't it? And it does change quickly,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on that one there, you prompted me a bit, yeah.
Yep.
And he will like that because you're checking to see what learning's taking place on the first one, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah?
that's what the key factor of the lesson is, isn't it? Learning
Yeah.
has to take place.
Yeah, and obviously because your instructions was better than the first one there, I'm still going to play around with you, yeah. You know, can I go a little bit faster? No. Yeah. I don't want to go faster, do I? Yeah.
You don't need to.
Where on the first one you said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a red flag to a bull, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be down that road before you know it, yeah? Yeah, so just keep asking me, you know, where am I looking? Where am I looking? But be watching him all the time, yeah?
Yeah.
Because as soon as they feel that you're not watching them and you've got your head out looking over your left shoulder, I mean, you said to me that I could position myself so I can see well. You can do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can slide your backside over near your door, and that will give you a chance to get your head round over your right shoulder, but you can still see what I'm doing, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah? That better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that pause.